I know this is a trend. I know very little about it.
Yet.
One of those things that came on the radar mid last year, really, and was related to the conference. But that I didn't realise how much of a thing this is actually for quite a lot of PMO people, which is about being able to report on some of this stuff, in terms of net zero and carbon and all this kind of stuff. Again, just having a conversation with somebody this morning, they were talking about their main focus in their business is sustainability. What that means for the PMO, don't know, I couldn't tell you, but it's there, it's a thing, and we need to educate ourselves. Or you may not, because it may not be a thing that's on your radar within your organization at all. There are two bodies that you can look at. One of them is Green Project Management. They've been around for years. I mean, I remember them when I first started back in the early 2000s, I think, when they first started coming together, and everybody like, completely ignored them, thinking this green thing's not what's all that about.
It's
But
not
over,
my favorite colour.
but over time, they've done a lot of stuff, and including books on it and all the rest of it.
Yep.
The other one, responsible project management, again, it feels like that one's coming more out of academia. But again, if this is something that you're not aware of, perhaps there's some rumblings of it in the organization, there's probably a place to start. The other place to start is probably looking at the conference session from last year with Atkins, because they actually went into more detail about how you report on some of this stuff. So they talked about their net zero PMOs, in terms of the maturity of what they're doing, and how they're getting better at what it is they're doing. A lot of it was around that kind of measurement stuff, which of course people have looked at a PMO to say, what kind of metrics can you give us on this kind of stuff? So again, it's classic. It's a You don't know sometimes about this stuff until the PMO gets asked, and I think that is what happened in their case, and it spurred them on to realize there's not a lot of stuff out there to help in terms of, so they've thought, well, we better create something then. So that's that. Eileen, do you know much about it?
No, I think this is going to similar lines. A lot of the PMOs started doing an embedding in the project delivery processes about diversity, where they had to do more reporting. And I think this is the kind of the next step in that as an organization, because and I've put in chat there, this is not just about reporting internally to the organization, it's reporting externally about demonstrating in everything that we do, we're conscious of sustainability. And it goes back to the first conference talk that as projects now become a bigger part of business as usual, kind of everybody needs to be thinking about, well, actually kind of going forward, how are we embedding sustainability in the products and the services that we're delivering? And so if we've got the PMOs, the people who are delivering the kind of the processes to deliver those services, those products, we have to kind of have it properly embedded. So really interesting in terms of kind of, it's, we assume that from a PMO perspective, we do project and program management, but kind of typically we have to learn about lots of other areas as well. Ben,
Ben?
you've got a question. Is that kind of you going to come on in and
Nope.
tell us more of what you know?
Yeah, please. Come off mute, Ben. Can you come off mute? So Ben, by the way, while I was sorting out his technical difficulty, did a fantastic job at PMO Learn last year, about benefits management. So if you don't know Ben, take it out. It
And
was
Ben was also at that kind of first working session of the service catalogue and provided some great input.
yeah.
There
Calling
we go, Ben.
it's gone. Oh, I'm dying to know what he's going to say now. We've worked this up to such a level that I expect him to come on in the spotlight in a jazzy jacket. We'll come back to you, Ben. Hopefully you can get that working. But yeah, I think it is. Well, thinking about what we just talked about, that trend too, about efficiency, productivity, does sustainability become the third one for a lot of organizations? It's again, Is it something that we need to know about, even if it's just having an insights, highlights, whatever, that we're not completely ignorant on some of this stuff. That's the way that I probably think about it. As a reminder, if you're not a member of a house of PMO, we'd love to know why not. Is it just about the fact it's funding, but your organisation is not backing you, but you can't really see any benefit to you right now? Let us know. Just drop us a line. We're all ears. But please do consider your membership if you're not already. You get access to a lot of great things, and it helps us carry on doing some great work and hopefully moving us on to that profession and the PMO as a profession.